Good morning, soul family. How are you doing today? Song playing. I'm going to stand by you. Even if you have to walk through hell, I'm going to walk there with you. I'm going to stand by you. So many people go through so many difficult things in their lives, you know? And with the help of the ones that love them and with leaning into spirit, anything can be done. Anything. You can overcome anything. You can overcome addiction. You can overcome abuse. You can overcome low self-esteem. You can overcome anything. If you have the faith in spirit and the faith in yourself that you are able to do it. If there are people in your life that are reaching out to you, telling you that they love you and that they want to help you, allow them to help you. Don't be so stuck in your ego pride that you feel that you need to hide and not allow anyone to know that you've got issues or things that you need help with. That's why friends are there. That's why family is there. We can overcome anything if we choose to. Every day we get up, we get a choice to make things different. Or we can allow things to stay exactly the same and get worse. It's our choice. But when somebody says, I'm going to stand by you and I'm going to be there for you, take advantage of that. This morning, I've been up all night with Lily. Lily needed my attention. I don't know, I guess maybe because I was gone so long. She was really good the whole time I was gone, and all night long, all through my dreams, she woke me up. They were very, very detailed dreams. I went to sleep holding my soulmate stone in my hand because my intention was to connect with my twin. And instead I connected with Lily all night long, screaming, like literally screaming like someone was peeling her skin off. And I saw my dreams, but it was very hard to pull them back because, when you get ripped out of your sleep like that, when you're not meant to wake up that way, they kind of rush away. And I kept trying to hold on to them. I kept trying to go after them. And then they were confusing. And the things that I saw, I didn't like what I was seeing, and I didn't understand it. And I guess maybe that's why she was waking me up, was because if it's something that I'm meant to understand and it's meant to be clear for me, I will wake up and remember it lucidly and clearly like I used to. And if things are too confusing and I try to figure it out, I'm going to end up getting frustrated and upset and make mistakes. So there's a method to every little mad thing that occurs. Remember what I said? My best friend's little quote there, things happen for a reason, just believe. So why, oh why, Lily, are you waking me up all night long? I need to sleep. I'm never going to recover from these black circles under my eyes. Well, because what I saw, I wasn't seeing clearly, I guess. I wasn't seeing in the way maybe it was meant to be understood, or because what I saw I didn't like. I didn't like what I was watching. It was confusing and upsetting. And so I'm going to choose to let go of those dreams. They aren't holding any validity for me right now. Spirit said that things are confusing right now, and if you don't know something, don't assume. So, because we take little pieces of things, and it's the same thing when someone gives you a piece of a story, you know? There are people that will take the truth, a shred of truth, and they will spin it into a completely different story. And it's based on truth. But it's a lie. What the intention is to lie and mislead. And that's what happened while I was in Sturgeon Bay. It was awful. But I was shown it, and I'm not going to put up with that. So the same thing with my dreams. If I see something, and it's the truth what I'm witnessing, but I'm not seeing it in the right way, and I misunderstand something, and I assume that this is what this means, and I spin it together, that's a lie. That's why Spirit kept saying to me, where is it? I put it. Things are not always what they seem. It's not that bad. So my thought was to do this. Let the expert handle all the details. And Jesus showed up in my dreams. Oh, yes, he did. He showed up in my dreams. He showed up this morning. I called on him and I asked for him to help the person that I was staying with to work through what she needs to work through and recognize, because that person is so incredibly gifted. Such a beautiful person, has amazing qualities, but has allowed addiction issues to cause all kinds of chaos in her life and the life of everyone around her. But we get to choose every single day when we wake up which way we're going to go and what we're going to do with it. So I prayed for her, and my best friend prayed for her. That love doesn't disappear, but you got to be tough sometimes, you know? You got to be tough. Tough love. You got to tell them how it is. I was very careful when I wrote back. Spirit said to me yesterday, don't respond, and or 2 days ago, don't respond, and I didn't. It's not like me to respond, you know? I always feel obligated, but I thought, no, they've made it very clear. Get strong, stand on your feet, get clear, and then speak your truth. And I did. I was very, very firm. There was love, but it was very, very firm. I wasn't going to put up with any lies, any more bullshit, and allow the toxic behavior to continue. I removed myself from it, detached from it, and handed over to Spirit. So, for ourselves, if we've done all that we can do, we detach with love and pray that they find what they need to move forward, and then they can come to the hands that are reaching out to help them. But they have to be willing to do their work. We all have to do our work. So we're working with the magical unicorns. I'm going to pull this back a bit so you can still see that beautiful scene. Hopefully you're seeing the beautiful scene that I am. Panu is still not eating, so I'm going to go today to get him new food, fresh food. I thought to myself, maybe his food's stale, you know? If my food's stale or if I'm bored with it, I'm not going to want it. We always have to keep things changing, right? So I have a feeling that his food might be stale because he won't eat it, none of it. And I don't want him to suffer. This is the second full day that he hasn't eaten food, and that's not okay. So, all right, correct for neutrality on all levels. What is the most important message for us? I'm looking at my pictures from back in Sturgeon Bay. God, they got 18 inches of snow. I so want to be there. I so wish I could be there with the people I love. Well, we've had this message recently. It's a nice one to see. Thankful. Think about all the people and things that you feel grateful for. Well, I've been doing that all morning. I've been thinking about my mama Sherri, my uncle Phil, Papa Terry, my best friend Diane, and my bestie in the Midwestie. I've got a bestie here too, Julie. I haven't seen her yet. I'm thinking about her too. I want a hug from her. I miss her. My one friend here. Wow. So be grateful. I am grateful for my little brat who kept me awake all night. And you know what? She probably did her job. And sometimes we do things for others, and they don't appreciate it, right? I didn't appreciate being woken up. I got mad at her. I threw her outside. I literally did. It was not even light out. I threw her on the porch. I was so angry. And I shut the door, and I crawled back into bed, and then I remembered a part of the dream that I had right before that. And in that part of dream, I had this little dog, and the little dog was everywhere with me underneath the blanket, and I was carrying it through what I was watching, this little dog. But clearly that little dog was my Lily. And then all of a sudden, at some horrific part, I said, where is she? And somebody said, where's your little dog? And I thought, God. And I went running, looking everywhere, looking for her. And as I lay there, I thought to myself, you know, before I connected what my dream was trying to show me, it's dark out there, you know, an owl could come and pick her up. She's so little. She doesn't weigh anything. And what if she jumped off the railing and went down on the ground because she was upset with me and wanted to get back in and was trying to find a way in, and a coyote got her? I'd never forgive myself. So I got up. Look at the song, You Want Attention. You don't want my heart, you just want attention. That's what she did. She just wanted attention. I don't know who she stands for in my life. Well, actually, the person that I just left. I just want attention. But my little cat's being used to show me that, so it's not her fault. So I got her and I drug her back into my bed, and she sat on my chest, just like that, right across my throat where I can barely breathe. And she looked at me with her big eyes, and I pet her and I said, why are you such a pain in my ass? I love you so much, but you're a pain in my ass. You know, and then we went back into my dreams again, and she was in them because I couldn't breathe half the time, and that was why. And now, where is she? Dead asleep. Because why? Because she was awake all night. Hello. I think that you should stay up. Little girl, I think you should stay up. You represent somebody, I think, in my twin's life. I really do. You just want attention. Or maybe in my life, somebody that just wants my attention but doesn't really want me. Right? You just want attention. You're a princess. Princess Tiger Lily. Right? I don't like that Spirit uses her to give me my answers. I want them to just allow her to be peaceful and happy and feel that she's loved. And maybe that's what it is with her. Post-traumatic stress is what she's dealing with, because she was abused and she was thrown out and no one took care of her. And now that she's here and she's gotten to the place where she knows that she's going to be given all kinds of lovies and attention, she demands it. And I guess because I went away and left her again, maybe that triggered that thought of post-traumatic stress in her, you know, that not the thought, but the reality of the post-traumatic stress, which can happen in people's lives too, and maybe it causes them to act in ways that they shouldn't act. So at this moment, I am being grateful for what I have and for who I have. And for you, think about the people in your life that you're grateful for. Think about the opportunities that you have that others don't have. When I wrote to my friend out there, I said, you know, you are very blessed. You have gifts that others don't have. You are awake. See, that's the difference. If this was a person who had issues and needed to be hospitalized for medical help and was just a sick individual, you'd feel bad for them. But this is someone who was awake and aware and choosing to allow. Now, of course, addictions are terrible. Remember yesterday? We got that message. It's hard work to overcome addiction. It's very, very hard work. But my life is hard too. The work that I've had to do is hard. It hasn't been easy my whole life. I've had a life of hell. And I've worked very, very hard. And we all do. And we all have to continue. We all get choices. I'm turning down my heat because it's too bloody hot. This is my altar, and it's looking like a mess right now. I've had to move some of my stuff over here. Thinking about that. But the work that we have to do, you know, we all have to do it. It's our spiritual work is not easy. And our personal work, when all of our demons come up, I think I want to marry you again. Love this song. When they come up and we have to work through them, it's hard work. It's not easy. You know, no one said it was going to be easy. They just said it's going to be worth it. And we all have the opportunity. So look around and see what you have to be grateful for. I'm grateful that I get to sit at this desk. I miss my family in Sturgeon Bay more than anything, but I'm grateful. And I even said to my friend when I wrote her back, I am grateful for, even though what happened there was so horrific and traumatic and horrible, I was grateful to be given the opportunity to have at least, you know, you brought me back there so that I could see the ones I loved, because I needed that. So I'm grateful for that. You know, even though awful things happen, there are good things that you can pull from it. I got the opportunity to be with the people I love most. I hadn't seen them in over a year. So sometimes we got to take the good with the bad, right? Things may not all be perfect. Things may not all look like, you know, I don't have a castle and a beautiful magical unicorn at my side and my trusted pet that's my best friend, my little cat that's my best friend. I don't have that. I have this, and that. But she's closing her eyes and she's imagining all the beautiful things that she's got to be grateful for. And it's not just imagination. We all have something that we can find, no matter where we are. People could sit there, and I heard people bitching and complaining about, oh my God, the snow and it's freezing, and all I could see was how beautiful it was. And when I watched it, I mean, look at my pictures. All of these pictures, all of these memories, so freaking amazing. It was cold as hell. I'm telling you, my face was biting. But look at that. I mean, look at that. How can you not see the beauty in that? Look at that. It was so cold. I can feel the cold of that day. Look at those ice caps floating on the lake. It was crazy. Look at that.
This is amazing to me. This is just freaking so strange. It's like being in Alaska. Look at that. One side you got it all open.
Look at that.
Rollers. And then over here, we've got Nanook of the North. It feels like I want to go down there.
You know, it's just insane. Look at the beauty of that. That's real. I took that picture. You know, you see these pictures. These people hung snow globes up in the trees.
Okay, so we're gonna.
And look at this.
There, he knows.
Through the window, we see a little family of deer.
Oh, look how beautiful they are.
It was so cold.
What are you guys looking at on the road, goofballs? What are you eating on the road? He's like, come on. That's a baby. And the mommy's like, don't you understand? Go a little closer. See if they... Oh, and then He's like, his mom's,
Yep.
Mom, we
Yep.
gave him a whistle. Okay, so we're gonna.
So much fun. So much fun. I could sit here all day and show you all the things that I was grateful for. You know, it was freezing, but it was beautiful, and all my family was there. My soul family. You know, what can you look at around you? What can you look at to be grateful for? The fact that, yes, it's freezing cold, but I had 2 strong legs that I could walk out there in that snow and play. Right? Make a list of all the things that are grateful for, all the things that are magical. If you don't think that that is magic, then you're not looking at life the right way. Look at this one. Look at this. Look at that. We just drove around the corner and found all of these beautiful Christmas balls hanging in this giant birch tree, and then the wind was blowing. I did a, where is it? I did a video. Where's the video? It's only like seconds long. I don't know if it, sometimes it won't upload a video. It may not upload it. But it moved just slightly. Look at my computer's like, I've got so many pictures it doesn't even want to cooperate with me. But the swaying of the swaying in the wind, God, it was just magical, you know. When we are grateful for what we have around us, it gives us power. You know, it lifts your energy. I was going through hell while I was out there. I really was. And yet, this is what Spirit gave me. I can't tell you. I gotta tell you what this place is called. Lily Bay. That's my girl. Lily Bay. And I was going through so much, and Uncle Phil came and rescued me and took me to take these most incredible pictures. There's me. Look at that. I mean, it's surreal. I can't tell you. I spent so much time. That's the only thing that held my head together. Look at that. If you can't look at this and see the magic and the wonder, we have so much to be grateful for. It doesn't matter where I go. There's something I see that's just magic. And none of this costs money.
This is Glidden Lodge. Isn't this pretty? What a pretty little shaped place.
Watch
I love that. It's not open right now. Too bad. I want my fish and chips. So cute. And then you've got the big white dunes all along. We're gonna go and show you guys how gnarly the waves are getting. Oh, look at cute.
All the little rocks. They're so pretty. Little stones.
Oh my gosh, look at that. That's amazing. Look how tall they are.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It looks like
They're walls of ice.
looks like icebergs.
Yeah, they'll get higher than that. That's what essentially that's.
Oh my
that's the deal.
god, that's so freaking cool.
Look at that.
Wow. You don't even, who needs to take a cruise to Alaska? This is it.
Look at that. Is that just magic?
Way up there by the end of
That's my Uncle Phil.
January, there's ducks out there.
Oh my god. There were sand dunes. Well, they're not sand dunes, but they're ice dunes.
Oh, I could just sit there and go and just show you again and again and again all of the amazing things that I saw. You know, we need to be thankful to Spirit, and we need to be thankful to the people in our lives. I thank my Uncle Phil. That's my tour guide. He's the most happy. He has a permanent smile on his face. He's grounding to me. He's sweet. He's generous. He picked me up and he drove me to Sturgeon Bay, and then he drove all the way from Green Bay, where he lives, up to get me and take me back to the airport when I went to leave. I am grateful for someone like that. Isn't that amazing? That's a generous person. We need to say thank you to people that are so amazing to us and mean it. You know? I don't want to be around people who are full of self-pity. You know? As I said to my friend, you have so many opportunities, way more opportunities than others have, and people that love you, and you've got no reason to blame anyone else. We all get choices. Never mind the self-pity. You make yourself sad, and you wonder why no one wants to be around. You're like the black rain cloud. But it takes away, you take away your own power behaving this way. Thinking that, oh, this happened to me and that happened to me. But if you sit there and you count your blessings instead and think about all the reasons you have to be grateful, then you realize how amazing life really is. I have an amazing landlord here. Look at this beautiful place that I live in here. Everywhere I go, Spirit takes care of me. I am grateful for that, and I am not blind to that. I recognize it. I'm very, very grateful. And I say thank you all the time. And the more that we believe that life is there to help us, the more we'll receive from life. And we should be wanting to share it with others and give to others as well. It isn't just about what we get out of life. It's about what we can contribute. And that's what I said to my friend. You came here to help people, not to hurt them. You don't get to say, my life was this way, and so now I get to do this the rest of my life. Shut your mouth, I just can't take it. Right? Seriously. Stop feeling sorry for yourself and start counting your blessings. Because there's blessings that come all day long, every single day. So many of us just don't see them. I'm looking at one right now. My friend Sandy painted that beautiful, beautiful unicorn picture. I love it. And I said, it's so incredible. It reminds me of my twin. The color blue, communication. You're always wearing the lapis. Isn't she beautiful? Look at that. Or maybe that's me. I don't know. She's got blue eyes. Could be him or me. Maybe it's us both. But it's beautiful. And I just admired it, and she sent it to me. How generous and wonderful is that? And now you all get to look at it and see it every single day when I do readings. I'm grateful for all the things that these are gifts right here from people that are generous and loving and kind. These are gifts. This is a gift. I have so many gifts here. And then the gifts from nature that I'm given. So grateful. So grateful. All right. Next message. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I sit here and I go through all my pictures and I watch my videos of Sturgeon Bay, and I'm so sad that I'm not there with my family and friends. But I can't focus on that. There's a reason I'm back here right now. I have to focus on all the other blessings that I have in my life. For one thing, I got the most comfortable bed and the most comfortable pillows. Oh my gosh. The pillows I slept with the whole time I was there were the worst pillows. I climbed into my bed and it was just like climbing into a cloud. Oh, it's nothing like your own pillow, I will never travel again without my pillow. I had it packed and I took it out, but you know what? I wouldn't have been able to bring my puffer coat back. So even that happened for a reason. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Ooh. Nope. Oh, I was going to say no for that one. Ha ha ha! How funny is that? I was going to say no for that one because it didn't want to let go. And that's exactly the truth of the matter. He doesn't want to let go. Something that you have been waiting for. It's been worth waiting for. So let's read the card first. The Appaloosa. What a beautiful... Now I look at this Appaloosa and it's mostly dark, but there's light here, right? So maybe this one sees themselves as dark. But they don't realize that there's light in them. They're a blend of the dark and the light. And what glorious kind of a blend are they? Look at the mane on that horse. How beautiful. And you see these two foxes. Foxes, they are about the art of camouflage. They're about play. They're very playful. There's a pair of them. They know when to come forward and they know when to stay silent. They have the art of discretion. And you see her waiting. She's sitting there patiently waiting for something. She's beautiful, isn't she? Waiting, waiting, waiting. What have you been waiting for? This is a nice message for me to get right now. It really is, as I sit here holding back the tears. Actually, I haven't even been holding them back, missing my family. But they're telling you that whatever it is that you've been waiting for, your patience is going to be rewarded, and it's worth it. Remember what I said about, overcoming addiction? And addiction could be to drugs, to alcohol. It could be to codependency. Addiction doesn't have to be a substance. It could be a person. It can be a situation. You could be in a codependent relationship with a family member, but it's an addiction. You can be addicted to a person. But it's hard work to get rid of that, to rid yourself of that addiction. But it's worth it, right? It's worth it. So maybe you've been waiting as you've been working through something, and it's been worth the wait. It's been worth what you've had to go through. But for me, specifically, I know what I've been waiting for. And for you, you'll know what it is. I'm looking at the colors. First of all, you see the ocean, which is a great sea of emotion. It's very calm. Blue for the color of communication. And there's the mountains there. When the storm comes, go to the mountain. But the mountain is solid, rock. And I'm looking at this right there. It looks like a divining rod. See that right there? An arc. So the green for healing and for your heart chakra. And she's on solid ground. So whatever she's been waiting for, maybe she's been waiting for me. I've been waiting for my twin to come to me. But I've had to build a solid foundation for myself. I had to get solid. I had to work through my issues and get strong and be in a place that was rock solid. And he's doing the same thing. And for you, what did you have to do? What healing had to take place in your part? What speech had to come forth? What did you have to speak about? Look at the new moon. That's when we put our, right there, sorry. There's the new moon, when we put our new moon wishes out. What did you have to say? What had to heal in you? What part of your life had to get grounded and stable before you were able to move forward in your emotional waters and speak your truth? Whatever that was, whatever you've been waiting for, your patience is about to pay off. And you're soon going to have what it is that you have been wanting so desperately. And what's so cool about this is, like the number 7, your expectations, what you've been waiting for, you're on the right path, and it's going to exceed your expectations. So what we're getting is going to probably be better than what we've even wanted. You know, because a lot of times we don't expect the most for ourselves. Right now, that they're telling us that there's reasons, you know, just like things happen for a reason. It's dark right now, but bam, all of a sudden you realize why things happened. Things happened for a reason. Lessons had to be learned on everyone's behalf. Everybody had to be ready. It was all about divine timing. And that's why we had to wait. It wasn't just about us, you know? If this involved just me, I can manifest things very quickly. But when I'm trying to manifest something that involves somebody else's life, I may be getting stuff together, but somebody else, you know, she's waiting. The conditions were obviously not lined up for the other side. But now everything is set, and our prayers will be answered, is what Spirit says. All the patience and hard work, it's going to be rewarded. Whether this is your path, whether this is your work, a creative project, a relationship, work on an addiction, all the hard work that you've put in will be rewarded, because now you've gotten to a place where your mind is clear and focused. So keep your mind focused on what you want. Don't allow fear to get in the way. Don't allow the ego mind to take over. And if we do become afraid, that's when we call in Spirit. And today, Jesus is the one who's made himself clear to me. Jesus, the embodiment of love. What would love say? What would love do? But you know what? He wasn't a slouch. That's why I always get pissed off when I see pictures of Jesus. They paint this skinny, weak, pathetic-looking man hanging on a cross. First of all, there is no cross. They didn't put people to death on a cross then. Look up your history, people. They're put to death on a stake. And he was not a weak person by far. The man was a carpenter. You're not dragging around lumber and swinging hammers and doing all the things that a carpenter has to do if you're a thin, weak, paisley person. He was probably incredibly muscular. But he was loving. He was put to death for doing nothing but love people. And if you don't believe in Jesus, take the moral of the story, because there are a lot of people who have given and been nothing but treated but like shit. And that was what that person stands for. That spiritual entity stands for. Absolute love, but not a slouch. Somebody was trading money and bringing money into a place of worship and making their life path. It's like spiritual people who are so hung up on the almighty dollar that they forget who they are. Spirit taught me from a long time ago. Remember your place and remember who this message is coming from. You are just the deliverer. Don't forget who you are. Don't allow your mind to get so consumed with finances and materialism and status and a following that you've got. I will never be a part of an organization. Never. A following of people? Never. I've removed myself from that cult. I don't believe in that. This is a person who went in and flipped over the money changers in the house of worship. That had no place in worship. You know, this is my work. I do this for my work, and I charge for my readings. But I am very fair, and I always give more. And I would say 75% of my work is free. I don't forget my work. I'm worth my time and effort, and I charge that. But I don't cross the wrong boundaries. I don't bring into the wrong places. I don't make the focus money. The focus is healing. The focus is love. And Jesus was very strong in that way. He didn't put up with bullshit. And he didn't judge people. He loved. So remember all of these things. And when you call upon someone to help you, Jesus would be a very, very good person to call on. That's who I called to help my friend. So for you, keep the faith. And remember, what you have been wanting is it's been worth waiting for. You could have settled. I will never settle. I said I will never settle. I could have, in all these years I could have settled, but I wanted the best for me. And when we say we want the best, it's the best for us. I wanted the best for me. I wanted a spiritual person. I wanted someone I was connected with on every single level. Spiritually, physically, emotionally, sexually, vibrationally. Every single level is what needed to have happen. Somebody who respected the earth and the power of the crystals and the love of the land and of others. And that there was more out there than just us. Right? That's what I reached for, and that's what I deserve. And that's what you deserve, the best. We all deserve the best, every single one of us. And so all of our hard work and all of our patience is now going to be rewarded, and we are going to be receiving what we've been waiting for. And it's going to be damn worth it. Right on. Love that to end with. Love you guys.